All right, we are back with another episode of Who You Got. I'm Greg. He's Jimmy. Unfortunately, Jimmy, no Ryan for this Thursday show. I hear he's stuck somewhere with no power, no water, no showers. It's got to be rough. We'll catch up with him hopefully next Thursday.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a lot of fun. He's probably in the back of his kill room, just trying to figure things out.
Well,
Just making a dab.
it's been a week since we've had a show. Thanksgiving is come and gone. Thanksgiving Day football didn't really go the way we thought it would, except my Joe Burrow prediction upsetting the Ravens. So that came through at least for everyone. Other than that, we lost you a lot of turkey money. But, Jimmy, I will ask, what was the best part of your Thanksgiving? I know you had some sickness over there, but other than that.
Oh, we had just a whole thing happening. Best part of the Thanksgiving, likely just the game's on, fire's going, cocktails in hand, and the best part is it's like my fourth one and it's only 1 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, that's
that was the best part, right? You wake up, you get the day moving. Well, I know you make fun of charcuterie. Yeah, I know I have them often. Something about waking up, grabbing some meat and cheese on a stick, making a cocktail, and just going, I guess this is what we're doing today.
No, I do the same thing. I have one out too. I just didn't say it was my favorite part of Thanksgiving because it's a regular occurrence.
It's the kickoff. Yeah, it was absolutely fantastic. So that was something about that, the whole coziness of the setup. And yeah, so and the football games didn't go our way, but it was still a great day. How about yours?
Yeah, that's why I like Thanksgiving, because by the time I knew the Lions was going to be an inevitable loss, I was already half a bottle into Bland, so I didn't care anymore.
Yeah, I was all of a sudden, it was like, well, such is life.
And at the end of the Cowboys game, the bottle was almost gone. So guess what? The Bengals bet became bigger and bigger and bigger, and we didn't do so bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't as bad as it could have been.
Yeah, I mean, you did. I will give you credit. You nailed, but I can't. Joe Burrow, if he can just stay healthy consistently. I mean, they started the year off well, decently, and then Burrow goes down, so they finally didn't get off to a slow start. They really should have lost the first game to the Browns, but it doesn't matter. A win's a win, and yeah, if only he can stay upright.
9-1, 9-1 to win the division.
Yeah, I mean the division. Yeah, they're back, but the division's wide open. I mean, I don't.
2 games back.
I don't know what you do with this division at this point. I mean, this is good. It looks like this is the end of Rodgers' career, the end of Tomlin's tenure in Pittsburgh. Baltimore.
How about fucking Big Ben basically saying, "Yeah, time to go, time to move on."
It's kind of like everybody. Most analysts are saying
Harrison
that too.
Was like, "Sorry, buddy, time to go."
Almost everybody's saying it, and they're saying like he's not going to get turned. Like it'll be kind of like a Belichick. Like they'll sit down, talk it out, and maybe it's just time has run its course. But yeah, I mean, if nobody wants to win this division, Baltimore had a chance to at least get a leg up, and they lose to Cincinnati and the worst defense around. And I mean, technically, the Browns, I believe, aren't even out of it. They have no chance, obviously, but I mean, that's how bad it is. This is the point that like we're 12 games into the season, and nobody seems to want to put a stranglehold on the North, which we thought was going to be a competitive division. So the Bengals could do it.
Well, the crazy thing is Steelers and Ravens play each other twice in these last 5 games. They'd have to split, I think. The Bengals get another crack at the Ravens. So if they split, the Bengals beat the Ravens. Look, the last 3 games are extremely winnable for Joe Burrow. It's Ravens at Dolphins, Cardinals, Browns at home. They can end the season 4-0. The problem is they still have to beat Buffalo. And Buffalo sitting there at 8-4, pretty annoyed team, not the place I'd want to go play. But their defense isn't great. And we'll get more into this when we get to the NFL, but Buffalo's defense isn't great. They don't use James Cook the right way. And it wouldn't shock me at all if the Bengals went in there, put up 35 points, and walked out of there a winner.
It wouldn't shock me either. I mean, Buffalo loves like getting your hopes up and then completely underperforming. So
yeah.
I mean, look, the Texans defense looked just awesome against them. So, and then they just ran the ball down the throat of the Steelers. They ran the same play over and over again, and they couldn't do it. TJ Watt said it after the game. He said, like, I've never seen a team run the same play, and there's just nothing we can do. It's embarrassing for
right.
right? Right. So
Yeah, seriously.
I agree. I think that well, the problem is the Bengals defense is terrible. So that same thing, they could
Terrible.
just do that over and over to the Bengals too. So we shall
It's
see.
it's like, when are these teams going to just realize that, hey, it's time to invest in defense if we want to win a championship? And I'm talking the Bills and I'm talking the Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking the Lions too. We'll get to them
Well,
later
it's
too.
tough to knock the Lions. We'll get there, but they're injured. Like their offense is just destroyed, injury riddled. Lost their coordinators. We'll talk about them, I'm sure, later. But they've got some pieces there. But you're not wrong. Which begs the question: teams like Houston, that if they get in the dance, if they find a way to pull it off with that defense looks awesome.
Oh my god, the defense is great.
It looks unbelievable. I know we're not there yet, but I had a note about I had taken about when I was watching that game, and their defense just looked outstanding. That fumble that happened when they were I think they were on the 15-yard line, Colts, and the fumble happened. But the way they three people somehow figured out what happened and converged on the back, it was unbelievable. You're like, holy shit!
Their front seven is ridiculous.
It really is.
The way you got to look at this one is, unfortunately, it's basically a playoff game against the Chiefs. Tonight's a playoff game, which starts in a little while. Lions and Cowboys, and Chiefs Texans is basically a playoff game. And then the schedule isn't that bad. They get Cards, they get Raiders at home. They go to the Chargers, which is a very meaningful game for both, probably on the 28th of December. But we think, and we've been saying, the Jags could be the worst 8-4 football team ever. So maybe the Jags stub their toe a little bit, and that game against the Colts at the end of the year, that last game of the season, is for the division, because the Jags have to play the Colts twice. They play them this week, and they play them again on the 28th. Could get very interesting very quick, because the Jags also have to go to Denver.
Yeah. It could.
So,
I agree. I think the Jags fall out. I think the Colts are really good. I don't think it's like they're just coming back to reality. I still think they're a really good team. I don't think they were as good as they look like they were world beaters. But I also think other people are just I think the Texans were good. They just had a rough start, right? And the Jags have a fucking golden horseshoe up their ass.
Yeah, look, we've said it on this show many times. You're not going to go 17-0. You're probably not even going to go 15-2. I expect the Patriots to lose 2 out of the next 5, if not 3.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, if the Patriots finish the season 11, no, they're not going to, but they're going to win 13-4 or 12-5. I mean, that was way exceeding expectations, and Vrabel's the coach of the year, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think Vrabel's the coach of the year for sure. Drake Maye looks like the real deal. I mean, he looks awesome. That Giants game though, how that wasn't helmet to helmet on that punt return where they knocked the guy out. And they showed this. They took the New York letters off his helmet and knocked him out. How in the world was that not called the penalty?
I have no clue. The only my takeaway was it. Yeah, it was that game. I'm trying to think, because we had 2 games. Yeah, it was that game. It was the Giants-Patriots game. The field goal kicker forgot to kick the ball. I mean,
that was awesome. Was that Koo, Youngway Koo?
Yeah, if that doesn't sum up the Giants' last 8 to 10 years, I don't know what does.
It looked like you thought maybe his plant foot slipped, but it didn't. He just planted and then kicked the ground instead of the ball.
Yeah,
and
I mean, my God, you want to talk about a blooper that's going to be shown forever?
Will be right. Yeah, that's not going away anytime soon.
I mean, we'll go over some of the games later, but I wrote this note down, and again, they start soon. I think right now the Lions defense is just, I don't know how they're going to win. I don't. And Dan Campbell has got to start realizing his D is not, he's got a couple good players on D. Hutchinson's awesome, but he's got a couple good players, but the D on the whole is not great. You got to stop going for it on every 4th down. Just take the 3 freaking points.
Yeah, because they have no tight ends this week.
Yeah,
they're all hurt. They're all hurt. Out. And Amon-Ra may or may not play.
He's playing. He's active.
Okay, he is playing. So,
yeah.
But I would have to assume he's at 70% at best, right?
Probably. But they know it's a playoff game, so he's got to be in.
He's got to be in. But and Dan Campbell took over play calling duties. I never like that when that happens. Like, what do you have an offensive coordinator for? If they're not calling plays,
Yeah,
I
if you don't
understand.
trust them, fire them.
Right. Don't take the play calling duties away from him. Like Stefanski did that. He brought in, I think I think we had Ken Dorsey one year. I don't know. We've had a couple, and Stefanski was still calling plays. I'm like, it seems like, doesn't make a lot of sense.
Look, I said it on last week's show, and spot on. I told you the Eagles are taking on water. They're not great, and the Bears literally dominated them on the ground.
Yeah, Bears. Talk about shocking. Bears start 0-2, and now they're 9-3.
Yep, they look good. I don't know what to make of the Niners. They're 9-4 somehow, but I don't know. Are they good? Or are they bad? I don't know. I honestly don't. Jags win, but we both agree they are not good. Like you said, the Texans beat a very, very good Colts team, and now that division is just jammed. The Dolphins are coming back a little bit. They're now up to 5-7, but they win over the Saints. Who cares, really? The Falcons prove they're just a terrible franchise.
They really are.
Yeah,
they really are.
They lose to the Jets, and they have such a good weapon in Bijan Robinson, and just another team who can't get out of their own way. And their defense isn't even that bad.
Yeah, I got to tell you, we weren't technically wrong because he's starting for the Falcons, but like I thought for sure Kirk Cousins was going to start for another team at some point this year. But looking at him, I don't know that that's what you'd want. And yeah, I think in Miami, coach is doing just enough to save his job, McDaniels. So we'll see kind of how that shakes out. But yeah, look, I think the surprise, and some people did pick them, like everybody had their sexy pick. Well, obviously New England, some people were picking to get better. But the Panthers, Bryce Young looks like a real quarterback. Like he's going to be he may never be a superstar, but he's going to have a job. He's going to be a starter, right?
It's a huge win against the Rams. The Rams are everyone's darling right now to win the NFC. And look, we talked about it. The Panthers, they weren't winning games really at the end of last year, but they were covering and they were looking better and better. And now all of a sudden they're 7-6, and the Bucs could be in trouble.
Yeah, that's gonna come right down to it. I think the Bucs get it done, but but you never know because they have momentum. A young team with momentum doesn't know any better. It's a scary thing. I'll tell you the bad call of the week to me. I understand why you do it because you got nothing to lose. The Commanders going for 2 against the Broncos, and here's why. And I get it. It doesn't matter. It's overtime. You don't want to what Tide is doing any good because Marcus Mariota is your starting quarterback this game. That's why you don't go for 2 because exactly what happened is what's going to happen, right? He made that one interception. He had the game where it was like a jump pass interception. Like that's like he looks good. You're like this guy should be starting somewhere, and then he does that. You're like it's all right here, right? It's like it's just bad decisions, and that's why you don't go for 2 with Marcus Mariota behind center. It's a recipe for disaster.
Or you run a different play.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe you go on the Wildcat.
Run a jet sweep, run a whatever.
But I agree with going for 2 because why not? But you can't do that. You can't.
Not with that play. Jaden Daniels is your quarterback. Sure, play whatever play you want. Like dial it up, go for it. Marcus Mariota is your quarterback. You're gonna lose by 1 when you.
Yep. You're not picking up the 2 in that spot.
No.
So I want to know the Seahawks won 26-0, and they didn't even play that well. Is this just an indictment? Are the Seahawks this good and they can play a C game and dominate, or the Vikings this bad?
Well, if you thought nobody could make JJ look bad, you were wrong.
Yeah, you were wrong.
Said, "Hey, meet Brosmer. He'll throw 4 picks and 120 yards. It's not a problem."
Yeah, here's what I like. I like how JJ had a concussion. Now all of a sudden he's fine. No, he's fine. He's good to go.
Yeah.
So obviously a benching that you didn't want to say was a benching and didn't work out, and JJ's right back.
Right back there. Yeah, because Matt, I'll tell you who's not the answer, and that's Max.
Oh, my Lord.
So I think this was a combination. I think that the Vikings' chances that they should have known Sam Darnold pretty well and had a good and you know what I'm saying, and had a defense ready to stop him. And he didn't have a really good game, obviously, but they still pull it off because the Vikings are just that bad. So, I kind of sort of give Seattle a pass because of the familiarity with them, and they know, like they kind of, they know him well, but they still still won 26-0. So who knows? Maybe Sam will peter out at the end of the year, but I bet the Vikings would sign up for that right about now.
I'll tell you this though, because you touched on the Broncos game, and I had to know this Nick Bonito guy. If he doesn't win Defensive Player of the Year, I don't know what anyone's watching.
Yeah, he's good.
Blows up everything. Yeah, he just wins games.
Really good.
Whenever they need a big play, he seems to be the one who just does it.
Yep.
And then the Chargers, Herbert breaks his hand, non-throwing hand, but the Chargers, they win easily because they were playing the Raiders, who suck. I mean, they're so bad.
Did you see Brock Bowers' touchdown catch in that game?
I did.
It was I was watching the live time. They called it. They're like, oh, incomplete pass.
Yeah,
and then they're like, oh my god, he caught that ball.
Yeah, he got the ball.
It was unreal.
It was.
And the slow motion replay does it no justice. You have to watch it
in live time. Yeah. And when I saw it and he caught it, I immediately said, oh my god, it's one of the best catches of the year, and no one's gonna care because they're 2-10.
Yep. But it was awesome.
And I can almost guarantee you, if more than 4 people listen to us, if we put a poll out there and said how many people saw that, there'd be 4. Why would I watch a highlight of a Raiders game? It's so bad. He's another one. It's either get pieces around these stars or get these stars. Like as much as I hate the NBA, just get the stars together so we can watch these guys perform and win.
Yeah, you've got Brock Bowers and you've got Crosby, and they're just wasting away. Like put something together. Put something together.
Crosby, look, here's what you do. I'm going to solve a problem for you, or maybe I'm going to make one for you. Either Crosby to the Browns or Garrett to the Raiders.
Can you imagine Crosby and Garrett together?
Oh, I gotta be the best.
It'd be awesome.
There'd be a sack every other play. All right. Since we're touching on that stuff, I'm gonna throw one at you, and then we'll get your UFC takes because it's a UFC night. Steam is starting to come, Jimmy, and I want your Knicks opinion. Is Giannis gonna land in the Garden?
I don't.
Do you want him? Because I had a Knicks fan tell me they don't want him and give me reasons why.
Yeah, but I think anybody that wouldn't want Giannis would be kind of nuts. Like, why would you not? Like, why would you not want him? I don't know how they can make the money work. I haven't dug into it. Like, and I don't know who would be on the block. Like, have you heard? Like, so that's my thing. But if I could get rid of Cat, a draft pick, and someone else to get Giannis, I would do it all day long.
Yeah, but if you had Cat, Brunson, and Giannis, you're winning an NBA championship.
You are, but I would rather have Giannis than Cat because he's.
But then you might be a player short again.
Maybe, but I just feel like Giannis. First of all, the frustrating part about Cat is he gets into foul trouble all the time on the dumbest plays in the world, right? So in the playoffs, you can't trust him, and his big move is either shooting outside or.
He had a good playoff run.
He did. Yeah, he played well, but that was the frustrating piece. He was getting into foul trouble in really dumb situations. With Mike Brown, they're playing the deeper rotation, and some of the other players are starting to step up and look a lot better. Bridges looks a lot more comfortable in this system. So I think they've got a good setup. But I would love to have Giannis on the team. But if that wasn't they're going to have to give up one of those pieces. They're not going to give up Brunson, right? So I don't know where you go next. I would think Cat would have to be involved in the deal somehow, unless I'm crazy. And from a payroll perspective, to make the money work.
Yeah, I don't know how you make the money work. I'm sure smarter people than us can make the money work. That's how they get these super teams. But if you had Giannis, Cat, Brunson, and Hart on a team, that's a dangerous team.
Oh, they'd be really, really good. I mean, Giannis basically can stand at the free throw line extended and play a zone, and you can't get by him. He's such a good defender and so long. Like he's really good. You'd lose him for Cat. You'd lose some 3-point shooting, but you'd lose nothing, in my opinion, in the paint or anywhere else. Right? You'd lose like that. That's all. You gain defense. You'd basically be trading defense for 3-point shooting, and you'd get better everywhere else.
You get better, but I don't know if you get over the hump and become the best team in the East.
Yeah,
but
that's fair.
If Cat stays and they make that the big three with Hart complimenting him, they are literally they're head and shoulders the best team in the East.
Yeah. No, so, the
only thing I want credit for, Mr. NBA guy on this show, is Did I not tell you in our little preview show? And I know it's only December 4th, but how good do the Detroit Pistons look?
Oh yeah, they're taking that next step from last year that they needed to take. And Orlando, I thought Orlando was going to be a lot better, and I was really nervous at the beginning of the year, but they're starting to figure it out.
We're figuring it out now.
Yeah,
But Detroit
yeah,
looks scary good.
Detroit does. Detroit looks really, really good. I will tell you, if we want to jump to the other conference, if you look at Oklahoma City schedule, you could make an argument that they're not going to lose another game till February. Like.
And I said I was dead wrong. I said they'd come out probably a little stale, take everyone's big punch, and they might not cover the over because the over. Remember, the season total fell to like 61.
Yeah, it's a home run right now, unless everybody gets hurt. Yeah. You've got a third of the games in.
Right. Hey, if you listen to me, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I looked at the schedule. I'm like, where? I'm trying to find a loss here, and I can't come up with a good argument why any of these would be a loss. Like, you can look to the end of January and conceivably think they might not lose a game until close to the All-Star break. Now they will. Like somebody will
they'll lose to the stupidest one on the schedule where they're
right. It's the one that nobody expects. Right. But yeah, like they are the real deal. I still think that I think the Lakers are a paper tiger. I think they're good, but I don't think they have a chance to win the whole thing. I think Houston is really good because Durant has good coaching and a strong personality there, and Ime Udoka leading that team. So I think that they'll be. I think they'll keep them in it, but I don't think they're getting over the hump. San Antonio, again, an injury, going to be solid, and then Denver wins games that are tough and then loses games they shouldn't. Right. They do have Christian Brown and Aaron Gordon are both out, so they've got two of their starters out.
Right, write it down. The Spurs upset the Thunder on Christmas Day.
All right, that could happen. Yeah,
it's in OKC, but they're going to upset them.
They could. They've got a good squad. They've got a good squad.
Yeah, they've only lost 5 games. Speaking of San Antonio, Jimmy's headed there.
I am.
So what's on the agenda?
We got we're hitting this place called Mezcal. It's just on the Michelin list from a Mexican place. It's not like Tex-Mex. It's like legit Mexican. We're doing that tomorrow night. Saturday, we're hitting this place, Dean Steakhouse. Looks awesome. Nice. And then Sunday is going to be football, and whatever happens. So looking forward to it.
All right. So walk me through Saturday night. We have a nice steak, and then we're going somewhere to watch the fights.
If I could find somewhere, that's exactly what I'd like to make happen, yeah.
All right. So who are we taking?
So this is what we're doing with the fights. I wish I had this great breakdown for you, but as Greg alluded to, I'm running an infirmary ward in my household currently. In our business, we've kind of been coming off of a really important weekend, and that's why we're a little backed up. And some people just like to ruin our holiday seasons. So we've got a handful of things that we've got going on. So I'm not going to have a real in-depth breakdown. However, here's what I do like, and here's what I'll tell you. One, let's start with Jan Blachowicz. What's cool about this card is you've got, I'll just start from the bottom of the card up. Jan Blachowicz is fighting Bogdan Guskov. Jan Blachowicz, former champion. Then you've got Henry Cejudo versus Peyton Talbot. Henry Cejudo, former 2-division champion. Then Brandon Moreno versus Tara. Brandon Moreno, and I know I pronounced that last one wrong, former champion. And then, of course, we've got Alexander Pantoja, Josh Van. Alexander Pantoja, the current champ, flyweight title fight. And then Merab Dvalishvili versus Petr Yan, champ versus former interim. So, this is a stacked card with current and po. So, I don't have any feeling on the Brandon Moreno fight, so we're going to skip that one. Jan Blachowicz fight versus Bogdan Guskov. Guskov has been on the come up. He just had an upset over. I'm gonna look it up. Actually, I should know. I should know this by heart. He beat Volkov. I think it was Volkov. I'm gonna double check that while I'm talking in live time. But I'm pretty. And I thought Volkov was gonna win that fight. This guy's legit. Jan Blachowicz is awesome. No, Krylov. I'm sorry, it was Krylov. I got the offs wrong, mixed up. He knocked out Krylov. But Jan's 42, and power is the last thing to go, so he could do it. But I just think that at this point, if you're going to give me the fighter that's roughly 10 years his junior on a win streak, just knocked out Krylov, I'm going to take Guskov at plus 105. So we're going to be betting that. Mark that one down for number one. Number 2. This is a really tough one for me. Henry Cejudo was he was an Olympic wrestler. He was thought to be pound for pound one of the top guys at one point. He retired young after he was a 2-division champion. He's one of the only fighters I don't really like. He's an American wrestler. I should like him, but like he's just kind of annoying. He was cocky, and he's kind of like I don't like this guy. Like I just never liked him. He's come back and he's lost 3 in a row. Now he's fought awesome fighters. He lost to Aljamain Sterling, lost the belt. Then he lost to Dvalishvili, who's fighting on this card, who is arguably the pound for pound top guy. You could make it obviously with this is old people. The guy we just talked about last week is probably has that title right now, but Dvalishvili's been dominating everybody. And then he lost to Song Yadong, who's also very good. So it's a really tough one to say, like, okay, he's not back. Peyton Talbot's tough. Totally different fighter, though. Cejudo's a world-class wrestler. So that's my issue here. If I was going to bet this straight up, I'd probably go Cejudo plus 210, but he's 38. There's just a way that these high-class wrestlers, like these world-class guys, have a way of holding them down. That's why all these Dagestani Russian fighters are winning. They're like, their main thing is they're wrestlers. They just have that in them. They have cardio. They can hold you down. And then when they have some other skills tied to it, you can't do anything about it. But we're going to go with Peyton Talbot, and we're going to talk about how we're going to pull that into a parlay in a minute.
Yeah, well, here's what I read on this fight, so you tell me if I'm right. And it's unfortunately, now that I look at it, it's very juicy. You're gonna have to pay. You're gonna have to lay minus 260, but it sounds like it would be unbelievably shocking if this didn't go at least 2.5 rounds.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, so what's the let's look at the line on it.
Minus 260.
Yeah, I can see that.
If we can find something to put that with, maybe.
Yeah, that's not a bad play. That's not because Cejudo doesn't give up. I mean, he's not the guy that gets knocked out. The only problem is Talbot does knock people out. I don't think he's going to be able to do it to him, but who knows, right? It's not a bad bet though. So keep that one in our back pocket as something we might tie to something. The next one is Alexander Pantoja versus Joshua Van. This should be no surprise to anybody that we're taking Joshua Van. We've talked about him multiple times. Joshua Van has looked really, really good on the come up. Now, Pantoja has also looked really good. I mean, he's the champ. He's defended his belt a number of times. I think he beat Brandon Moreno, who's fighting on this for the belt, and I think he's defended it 4 times since then. And he's a tough guy. But Joshua Van came onto the scene. We talked about him. Then he went and beat Bruno Silva, knocked him out, and I think that was the short notice fight. But anyway, or maybe the Royval one. Then he fought Royval, who was the number 1 contender, and beat him. I think it was 29-28, 29-28, 30-27. And he was the number 1 guy easily. Joshua Van, plus 195. We've won with him before. Give me Josh Van. We've been on Joshua Van since the beginning. We're going to stick with him now. So put some money, put a couple of bucks on Joshua Van, maybe 2 unit play there. And the last but not least,
I like plus money on the Van. I love it.
Yeah. I love it. So we got we've got Rob Dvalishvili versus Peter. It looks like Peter, but it's like Perter, like it's whatever. Peter Yan. He's good, and he looked really, really good in his last fight. And he looked good in his fight before that against Devison Figueroa. Like he's looked good. He also beat Song Yadong, who beat Cejudo. So he looked really good. This is the second fight. In the first fight, Merab beat him 50-45 on all 3 cards. I see absolutely zero reason that should change. But it's minus 410 on Merab. So I would play this one of 2 ways. And maybe I'd play it both. But I would take Merab and I'll partner him with either Talbot or, I like your actual idea, partner it with the over 2.5 rounds. And I'll tell you in live time what that'll get you. Or what it'll roughly get you, because it'll probably shake out a little bit. That'll get you to roughly minus 130. That's good enough for me to lay that, because I don't think Merab loses. It would be a miracle. So what I would do is on the flip side, I'd put a very small half-unit bet on Peter Yan to knock him out, because it's plus 900. And that's the only way he wins. There's literally no way he outpoints Merab Dvalishvili. It's impossible, right? We were on him, Merab versus Sandhagen. We took him in that's the one we added to. We had kind of an exotic parlay with a couple other sports involved, and we said, "What's the sure thing?" I'm like, "There's no way if he loses his fight." We slapped, and he didn't. Right? He dominated Corey Sandhagen. It's the same thing. Like, there's the only way Jan wins this fight is if he knocks him out. He has zero chance to outpoint him. And if he does, we're going to post this, and you can roast me for it. But I can't imagine a world in which he outpoints this guy.
All right, love it. That's what we're going with the UFC this week.
Cool.
Hey, did you happen to see, just because it was an unreal goal, did you see the kid from the Blackhawks, the Bedard's shootout goal?
I didn't.
Over the Kings? All right. If you haven't seen that and you're listening, just go YouTube that. I mean, you can do it right now in live time. Just put Bedard's shootout goal. The move he put on in this shootout might be one of the best goals I have ever seen, and just made the goalie look absolutely foolish. They come right up.
How do you spell his last name?
Bedards. I want to say Blackhawks put in Bedard.
Good. Oh yeah, got it.
All right, watch that, and we'll watch Jimmy's reaction to that goal. And if you're listening, well, hey, I don't know what to tell you.
Hold on. Of course. Hold on. I gotta watch a 12-second ad first.
Oh, no, obviously. What are they advertising? We can help them out right here on the show.
Yeah, I don't really know.
It's a great ad.
I think they're advertising. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, that's why it's even worse. Okay, here we go. Got it. Come on. Why are you making this highlight like 35 seconds? Just. Oh yeah.
Is that not ridiculous?
Yeah. Pretty good.
Absolutely made him look foolish.
Yeah, that was good.
Hockey's heating up a little bit, but yeah, crazy to say, we're only 2 months away from the Olympic Games, from the opening ceremonies. And I mean, we had a lot of fun with it on the show last year when they did the Four Nation Face-Off. It's going to be just as much hate out there in Italy. Canada and U.S. are the top two choices. Canada plus 140, USA 2-1. Then you get your Swedes at 5-1 and Finland 8-1, and then the rest of the field.
Wait, who? I had a brain fart. Who's the favorite?
Favorite's Canada plus 140, okay. and then it's the USA 2-1, Sweden, then Finland, and then Italy, because they're the home team. They get a team in it. It's the only way they'd get a team in it. Them and France are a cool 400-1.
Yeah.
Good luck, boys.
When I think of France, I think of hockey.
Yeah, me too. Same when I think of Italy. I'm like, hey, great hockey players out there.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think of. This would be a cool Olympics to be at. Allegedly the venues are like way far apart, right? Because but it sounds like it would be a pretty dope Olympics.
I think this is the second or third time they've hosted, right, in Milan?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't think this is their first. It's definitely not the first time a winter game has been in Italy. That's for sure.
No.
What's your favorite Winter Olympic event?
Well, obviously curling. I mean, it's like shuffleboard on.
It's the greatest.
Yeah, I mean,
I love watching those idiots try to sweep the ice and get.
It's the only one that I'm like, I could probably do that.
I feel like it's the one that every dude says I could fucking do that, and then you go do it, and you're like, oh wait, this isn't easy.
For sure, but I don't know how much athleticism is like put into this game, like as opposed to like just skill. Like, are we in the Summer Olympics? Are we gonna have chess? Like,
they're sweeping hard, man. You see those guys? I mean, those guys are scrubbing that ice.
So, I mean, how my favorite? I mean, the skiing events are obvious. I like the downhill, and I like luge and bobsled. I mean, how can you not like them?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the bobsled, and then the skiing is always fun to watch, especially the jumps.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the jumps are awesome.
Yeah, I'm a Winter Olympic guy. As Summer Olympics, I'll flip on here and there, but Winter Olympics, I'll be zoned. Like, I'll sit down and I'll actually not turn the channel.
Yeah, I love the Winter Olympics. Yeah, Lindsey Vonn is class of '81 and somehow competing.
No, seriously, I don't even know how she's doing it. Does she do moguls?
I can't imagine.
She does downhill, but does she do the moguls too?
I don't know if she did. I can't imagine she would now. That would be shocking.
Yeah, how would your knees just hold up through all this?
Yeah, your hips. I mean, holy shit.
Everything.
But yeah, no, I love the Winter Olympics. I like speed skating too.
Oh, yeah. Look,
Yeah.
Make fun of me if you want. I like all the skating. I'll watch the figure skating.
Oh, so will I. Yeah. I mean, it's just like watching the floor in summer. I think I'll watch it too.
Yeah, the Summer Olympics. The one I like the best is gymnastics.
These guys are doing triple axles and shit. Like
Yep.
it's unbelievable.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
You're hoping there's Tanya Harding thing happens and someone takes a crowbar to the knee.
Absolutely wild. Yeah.
All right. The other thing that's coming up, probably off your radar, that's why I'm here, is tomorrow, Friday, the World Cup draw. So we will see who gets put in the death group because there's always one. And I can't wait to see where the U.S. falls because it's just going to make me laugh if it's them.
What? So who's in the death group?
You don't know. The draw is tomorrow.
But like, is it just the hardest?
Yeah, because there's always a group that winds up being the hardest, and you're just like, oh, they're screwed. Mm-hmm. So it'll be fun to see who winds up in the death group. And then Saturday, we'll get where the games will be played. So we'll know who's coming to MetLife, who's going to Philly. We'll know where everything.
When does it actually start? Is it June?
It's June. The opening game, I can Google it because the game's not going to be listed because we don't know.
Yeah, but it's going to be awesome to have it at MetLife. It's going to suck for us in our commute, but it'll be talk about exciting.
Let's see. No, that's the playoffs. Like, what are you doing, FIFA? Like, do better.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Here comes the ad.
Oh yeah, you got to get an ad in there. You got to get a good ad.
They have a countdown to the draw. That's how FIFA. That's what's on FIFA's site. 15 hours till they draw it. Let's see, World Cup opening. World Cup is going to start on looks like June 12th. So the 11th or the 12th will be the first game. So, looking forward to that, too. Can you guess why? From a betting standpoint, Jimmy, obviously.
Right.
Yeah, I want to bet it. That's the only reason. Yeah. Looking forward to it. All right. Some college basketball updates before we move into the football stuff. Dude, you got to be happy with Michigan. I mean, you just got to be.
Ranked third right now. Yeah, they dominated that tournament.
They're ranked number one where it matters. They're number one in the KenPom rankings.
Are they?
So he's got them 2.5 points over Purdue.
Yeah, they beat Gonzaga by 40 points. We took them 2.5. We should They beat Auburn by 30 points. They beat San Diego State, who was playing well, by 40. I mean, they are dominating right now. Now, I don't think that's going to last. I'm not nuts. But, I don't remember a time where I was so excited about a Michigan team, especially early in the year.
Oh, no. They haven't looked this good since the Fab Five.
They look dangerous. And that's a good thing for anybody that's a Big Ten fan. I don't give a shit if you hate Michigan. You gotta somehow pull for the conference to a point, and this is a good thing, and Michigan is legit.
100%. And the conference right now is the top 2 teams in the nation on the KenPom. I mean, it's Michigan, Purdue, 1-2. And then you don't have to go very far. You go down a little bit, and you run right into Michigan State. You get Illinois in there. I mean, they got some teams. The Big Ten's, Wisconsin, Indiana, they're all sitting right around that top 25. This is going to be a legit conference.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for me, Kentucky is just not starting out well, which, hey, maybe it'll be the reverse this year. Maybe we get the experience now with one of the toughest schedules out there, and we come back and we learn from it in SEC play, and we get our shit together because we just lost. We lost to Louisville. We lost a tough one last night to UNC at home, which makes it so unbearable when you lose at Rupp like that. And then
it's not great.
I'm not certain where it is. I know our next game is against Gonzaga. I just don't know if that. I'm going to assume it's at a neutral site because I don't know if we did a home and home with them. But I'm going to tell you right now because it's tomorrow night. It is. Yeah, it's in Nashville because we played in Washington one year. So that's coming up. That's a big game this week on Friday. Let's see if there's anything Saturday we're talking about on our radar.
Yeah, I'll just one more plug for my Wolverines. I mean, look, they had a lot of transfers come in, and their best player right now is a senior, and I've made that argument that like there's this big deal for upperclassmen. This is the first time I've seen it like with the transfer portal and the NIL money where the teams coming together. But Trey McKinney is a freshman. He's from Flint, and he's coming off the bench right now, and he's starting to get better and better and better. And everybody should be any Michigan fan should be really excited about this kid. So it's a combination of they've got veteran presence that are coming together and mold and gelling quicker than I would have expected them to transferring in. But Trey McKinney looks like he's going to be legit. I mean, I don't know if he's going to, I mean, he's not even starting, so I don't know if he's going to be one and done, but I hope he stays for a sophomore year. But this kid is going to be really, really good.
So Saturday is a loaded slate for college basketball. And we're going to get to the college football too, which is Saturday's a big sports day if you're home. You got Duke and Michigan State, two undefeated teams. Duke this game's basically projected to be right around a pick. This is in East Lansing. So Michigan State at home against Duke. Iowa State goes to Purdue. Line's projected to be around 4.5. Louisville and Indiana are playing. This is in Indianapolis. 6 versus 22. Then you get Rutgers at Michigan. That should be a laugher. But then later in the day, you get two other big games. You get Illinois at Tennessee, 14 versus 13. And that is in the Bridgestone Arena, just where I think that's the exact same place Gonzaga and Kentucky are playing Friday. And then you get to end the night, you get number 20 Auburn going and playing Arizona at the McHale Center. So on Arizona's home court. It's a good day in college basketball on Saturday. Really good.
I think it's going to tell us a lot too about Auburn. I mean, was the beat down from Michigan just an aberration, right? Or what are they legit? Because they're going to Arizona is no joke. So let's see how they perform. What do you think? Do we have a projected line on that game?
Which one?
Auburn, Arizona.
Let's see. I can give you one. Auburn is, when you look at the Ken Palm, Arizona is 28 and Auburn 21. It's in Arizona, so it's going to be around 7-8 points probably. The one I'm circling is I think Missouri upsets Kansas, of course, on Sunday.
I hope you're right. God, I hope you're right.
Yep. I think Missouri sitting there at 8-1 is just primed to take out this 6-3 Kansas team, give them their fourth loss of the year.
That would be good.
All right, so since we talked last, the playoff picture is kind of coming into form here, and I got some thoughts on this. First of all, the ACC is just an absolute shit show mess. First of all, you got to rewrite these tiebreaker rules. The fact that Duke is in the championship game against Virginia is just absurd. We're talking about a 7-5 team that lost to fucking UConn, Jimmy.
Not great.
If I was you have got to go to some kind of tiebreaker form where you can. It's got to be who's ranked higher gets in, not this conference shit and crazy tiebreaker scenarios. And now you get Duke, Virginia. Miami should be in this game. And if I was the commissioner, I would have overrode the tiebreaker and said, "Hey,
Miami should 100% be in this game. It's embarrassing."
The commissioner should have got involved and said, "We're going to do what's right and best for the conference, and we're going to put Miami in." Or there should be some kind of vote. You take Duke out of it, obviously, because they'd vote for them, and you have the other Duke and Miami come out, and you have the other ADs vote for who they want in the championship game representing the ACC. Because now here's your problem. And we'll get to the Miami thing in a minute. If Duke wins this game, the ACC might not have a team in the playoff. You might get in two of the out of the Power Four. You might get in Tulane and James Madison, or North Texas and James Madison.
So is Miami still in it, right?
So Miami is, but they're behind by one slot to Notre Dame.
Okay.
So because you can't count BYU right now so it's Notre Dame's 10, BYU's 11, Miami's 12, but BYU's playing Texas Tech, right? So if BYU loses, they're out of the college playoff. The only way BYU's in my opinion, is if they win this game. Two-loss BYU team isn't going to get in over Notre Dame or Miami. So I think, and this is just my opinion, and if you want to bet it right now, I think it's still, you still can grab it at 4-1. I think the committee is going to put Miami in over Notre Dame.
Wow. Really?
I think that they're going to get in that room. I think what they do is
they won the head-to-head.
That's what I think is going to happen. I think they rank the teams the way they're seeing them play throughout the season. And then when they get in that room, they're going to now weight the head-to-head more when they put those teams against each other as the last one in and say, look, Miami beat Notre Dame. They both have 2 losses. We're going to put Miami in. They beat them. You've got to make that game worth something. Or why would you schedule it ever again?
So is there any, if Alabama loses to Georgia, do they fall out of the playoffs?
The only way...
There'll be a 3-loss team in the playoffs.
I'm going to tell you why in a minute, and then you're going to say, wow, you're brilliant. If we got back on here Tuesday, because you're out of pocket Monday. If we get back on here Tuesday, right, and we're recapping the weekend, and they lose by 40, and they get left out of the playoffs, I'll say, all right, that was the one scenario I said maybe. But here's why. Even if they lose a competitive game, everything that shook out in the SEC, Jimmy, Alabama is the 1 seed, not Georgia. Alabama's the 1. So you're going to tell me you're going to leave out the 1 seed from the SEC out of the college football playoff? Your best conference in America, you're going to tell the 1 seed to F off?
Wait, you're saying if Alabama wins?
If Alabama loses, they're a 3-loss team, like you said. But what I'm saying to you is, Bama's the 1 seed in the SEC championship.
Got it.
They're a home team. So the regular season champ and the best conference in America, you're going to leave out of the college football playoff? And you're going to put, Georgia, Ole Miss, A&M, who else? And someone else could pop in over them? And you're going to... So basically...
Well, I mean, is there a world... I'm just thinking, is there a world where Notre Dame and Miami both get in?
No way. And because the other part of this is, you're now going to penalize Alabama for being in the championship game if they lost to Georgia and you kicked them out. Because
that's a good point. That's a good point.
A&M wins that game, it's A&M Georgia, and Bama's locked in as the 9. It's over.
Yeah. No, that's a good point.
Where the team that has got to be screaming, and I'm with them, is Vandy. And I take my hat off to that coach. I don't know if you've seen any of these stories, but he basically said, you want one more data point? I told my team to pack their bags. Notre Dame will come to you. Miami will come to you. Where you boys want to line up and play.
But they have no chance.
They're on the outside looking in. But if I'm the committee, I line them up next week, boys. Winner's in.
Yeah.
I respect it. I almost say put Vandy in just for having the balls to say that.
Yeah, I mean, Vandy, yeah. You're not wrong.
So... My big bone here to pick is with the ACC. I just think you're crazy to not.
Yeah, Duke, Virginia that's your title game. That's
have
what you're
something in place where they get in. It's just to me, it's crazy. So I don't know. I think North Texas can get in. I'm not sure if Tulane loses to North Texas or James Madison gets in. I think that's how it would work. It's going to be interesting to see. The sad thing is Ohio State and Indiana is basically for bragging rights because I think
they're both getting in. Yeah.
They're both in, and I think they're both going to wind up getting buys too. I don't think.
Is this game play? Where are they playing this game? Is it at the Horseshoe or is it? They don't play it at the Horseshoe.
Isn't it Lucas Oil where they play the championship game?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. It's a neutral site. I don't know. You might be right. It might be Lucas Oil.
Let me see it. I'll tell you right now.
It would be a sort of more of a home game for Indiana.
Lucas Oil. Yep.
Yeah.
We'll get to so let's run them down. I mean, you know what? Before we run down the games, what was your take for the Lane Kiffin bullshit? And I'll give you mine after.
I mean, look, I think Lane Kiffin being pissed off that he couldn't continue to coach after he accepted another job just is like typical Lane Kiffin being because he's a good coach, but he's also an idiot.
Well, he's a crybaby. He's not a crybaby.
Yeah, he's a crybaby. So we should let you coach and get these players to go in the transfer portal to follow you. Like, no, like it's if you quit your job tomorrow or I quit my job and we went to a competitor and we gave our 2 weeks notice, they'd say, that's cool. We're going to pay you for 2 weeks, but you can't work here anymore.
Right.
Right. Because you can't start poaching because that's what he's going to do. Like,
well,
so this is what's happened for all of time. And Lane Kiffin, and then the bullshit the Lane Kiffin pulled was when he basically said, like, to his people, like, you got to follow me or else I'm not going to hire you. Like, you know what I mean? So now because Lane Kiffin's a weird prick, right? Like, he's a good football coach, but he's a strange fucking guy.
So this is I think, college football problem more than a Lane Kiffin problem.
I agree.
There should be a system in place where LSU and all these other people, just like the NFL pretty much, can't talk to coaches until X. And it probably should be after January 19th because that's the national championship game, or if they're eliminated from the playoffs. Yeah. Then you can talk to them. But until
I 100% agree. We are not
able to make an offer or talk to a coach.
There's no way they should be able to do this in real time. It should have to wait till after the season. That's why NFL teams wait. Some of them hire someone that's sitting on the street immediately. Some of them wait till the playoffs are over.
Right.
Or that team's knocked out to have that conversation. And it should be the same in college football. Brian Kelly, the douche that he is, was the king of this when he claimed he was never going to do it, but then he left Cincinnati for Notre Dame. And do you want to pay for Notre Dame?
Right.
And then he went like this is and then he went to LSU. He was basically looking at the camera and lying. Now I don't blame these guys for taking the money, but it should never be a thing to begin with. It should happen after the season's over. And if you want to make it fair, wait till after the season's over for everything to happen. So you're right. I couldn't agree with you more. It's an NCAA problem. And that's really it. And the whole thing too, I know Ole Miss isn't a storied franchise like LSU. I understand that LSU has more NIL money, but they're not it's not like he's going from FIU to LSU.
So that was going to be my point, and you just said it. And because this question got asked to me by multiple people who listen to us, and I'll address it now. I'll give you my take. No, I don't think the LSU job is this huge job over Ole Miss. I don't at all. If it was me in that position, and I had a chance to coach this Ole Miss team that is peaking at the right time, who looks great through a college playoff, or go to LSU, I would have told LSU, you can wait till February. Or I'll stay at Ole Miss. If you want me that bad, wait till February.
Right. You're holding the chips, right? If you want to if you go back to Ole Miss and say, pay me what they were going to pay me, right? If whatever you want to do. But yeah, the idea that this happened in Lane Kiffin, stop being a crybaby. You're driving me crazy.
Yeah. Eli, I can't remember the thing, but Eli had a funny take, and I forgot what it was. He had just a one-word answer about something. It was great. I know exactly what it was. Lane Kiffin made a comment that one of the fans tried to run him off the road on the way to the airport, and Eli Manning just responded on X. He put, "Oops."
That's good. That's good.
Who knew Eli was funny? Good job, Eli.
Eli crushed it on Saturday Night Live when he hosted.
Yeah, he's funny.
He was great. Yeah, he was absolutely great. Speaking of the New York thing, completely off topic. I'll throw something in there for you. Because it has to do with your Red Sox. So we don't usually talk baseball, especially in the offseason. But did you see your boy? You might not have saw this, and I just listened to a lot of New York sports radio. But your boy signed Sonny Gray. And then he took the opportunity to basically bash the Yankees because he's now a Red Sox. But New York's I never wanted to be there. It wasn't good for my family. He just went down this rabbit hole of talking shit for basically, and I'm not a Yankees fan, so I got nothing for it. But we are New York area people, bashing the whole setup as an excuse for his absolutely garbage play when he was a Yankee. So do you feel good about Sonny Gray coming to your pitching staff, or are you like,
I mean, the quote that I loved was he said, he's happy to be the Red Sox. It's easy to hate the Yankees.
Yeah, right. But that's what I say. He immediately went in because he got bugged. because that was the whole thing in New York the whole time was like this guy came from Oakland. He can't handle He can't handle New York. He's not ready for New York. He can't handle the
But
media. Can't handle. And he's getting bombed.
he's a 36-year-old on the staff. Like, am I looking? Do I think Sonny Gray is going to get us over the hump? No, I really, really, really don't. So,
yeah, no, I get it. I just thought it was funny. It was the most excuse-ridden, like, oh, I didn't want to be there. Yeah, maybe, or maybe you weren't a great pitcher at the time. And I don't like the Yankees at all, so I don't have a horse in this race. But I just like the excuses that are coming from afar. Hey, do you think Boston media is easy? When you start saying,
look, Boston probably
maybe you could try Philadelphia next. If
you know, look. Speaking of Philadelphia, Schwarber's out there, and we're going to see where he lands. Sounds like all our teams are involved there. Sounds like everybody's trying to get a piece there. And then I guess the thing we're looking for, right, is where is Bo Bichette going to land? It sounds like maybe Toronto. He's going to stay home. So I know Ryan said that. Maybe he was right the whole time, and he's just going to stay there.
Going further down the rabbit hole, have you watched any of that Montreal Expos doc?
Awesome documentary. Look.
I'm halfway through the first episode, but it's awesome. It's
anything that has Pedro in it, sign me up.
Yeah, it's really good.
Like, I know there's a lot of people who don't like the Red Sox and don't like Pedro from that time, but Pedro is fucking funny,
and he's a great commentator.
He is, but he's funny as hell.
Yeah,
and so is Ortiz.
I can't wait to finish that doc. I didn't realize that the owner there was like the richest person in Canada, and he was one of the richest owners in Major League Baseball, like, right? Like, he was the guy. Like, it was wild.
Look, my takeaway, it's unfortunate that I have to say it to all my friends, but in the North, but like, they're not coming back, everyone. It's nice that you put a doc out there and nostalgia's there. They're not. No one's heart's gonna warm up and say, you know what, we're moving the franchise, or MLB's not gonna call you up and be like, hey, wiping tears away. I saw the doc. We're giving you a team. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not coming.
You convinced us.
Like,
you're coming back.
You're lucky you got the Blue Jays. They're probably not good. In 10 years, they probably won't be there.
Yeah. The Buffalo. Oh, they will. But Buffalo Blue Jays.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know how Buffalo's not part of Canada, but it's fine. All right. Games tomorrow. I'm going to skip some that I think you'll have no opinion on, and I'll go right. Well, you might not have one here. I hope you do, though. Tulane, North Texas. The Mean Green are given 2.5 to Tulane. Wait, do we have the Mean Green and the Green Wave? This is the Green Wave.
Is this a neutral site or is it in Tulane?
I can tell you by the line. It's got to be a neutral site, but I'll confirm.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm going to go Tulane here. No particular reason, other than I don't trust North Texas.
I just like how we got the Mean Green versus the Green Wave.
Yeah.
I'm all over North Texas in this game. I've already bet it. It's in New Orleans.
There you go.
So,
that means it's like a Tulane home game, though.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not gonna lie to you. I have no clue where Tulane is.
It's in New Orleans.
In relevance to that stadium where their campus I don't know if it's one of these things where it's 45 minutes or if it's really right there. Regardless, it's a home. I guess it's a home game, but there's always such a huge difference when it's on campus versus
off.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, the line tells me it's North Texas, and North Texas again. This line has just shot up, and it's because UNLV has no defense. But Boise State opened 3; they're now up to 4.5, and it's about to kick to 5, maybe even 6 by kickoff. Can UNLV end, Boise's Mountain West run with a bad taste in their mouth and steal this?
No.
So you're all over Boise here?
Yes. 100%.
God. Yeah. Yeah, I mean that you can't bet them because of that defense. It's Boise. It's Boise for me here. Now, this game we're not going to bet. We're not going to do it. But Jimmy, we did some preview shows in August, and I told you we bring to all the power conferences we did. But anyone who, I know Danbury Dave and Vegas Darnell like to fact check me. Go back and listen. You'll hear it. I told you my favorite pick wasn't a power conference. I told you James Madison was going to be
You
the
did.
best play on
100% you
the
did.
board.
100% you did.
And they are a 23.5 point favorite to win this championship game. And they could be in the college playoff possibly. They got an outside shot.
Yeah, if James Madison ends up in the college playoff, I want to watch that game.
They are a sneaky good sports school. The basketball team's always right there. They're not bad.
Where are they? Are they in the DC area?
And they're a good baseball.
I don't know what the fuck they exist at.
They're in
It's gotta
Virginia.
be DC. Yeah, Virginia.
I just don't know. Yeah, it's I'm not even gonna look it up. I'm gonna say it's in the
Yeah,
DC.
they're in the general DC vicinity.
Virginia, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Kid who worked for me went there.
Hmm.
He was actually good
Oh,
friends.
so are you gonna lay the 23.5? That's the question.
No, I'm gonna sit back and collect my future ticket when they win that game.
Yeah, well, good. Yeah, it was a good call.
Texas Tech, who we love. God, this line is huge. 12.5 to BYU.
It's a big line. I look. Same thing. It's got to be a neutral site, right? It's a championship game. I think Texas Tech wins the game. 12.5, so many points. It's just a lot of points. I'd almost think I would lay it. I do think Texas Tech is that good when they're playing well. But BYU plays. It's a good squad. If it was a BYU home game, it wouldn't be 12.5. Obviously,
I think this is in Jerry World.
My goodness!
I think that's where the Big 12 is always played, right?
Yeah, I got to tell you, I think I'll lay the 12.5. I think Texas Tech.
What? I thought you were going to take it. I'm actually with you. And normally I don't lay big spreads. I'm laying 12.5 in this game, and I actually feel really, really good about it.
Yeah, I think Texas Tech fucking hammers them.
I got a play in this game that's probably off your radar. Western Michigan, Miami, Ohio. Any opinion here?
Nope. You're right. So, I'll take your whatever you're doing. I'll do.
I think this is game. The 43.5 tells me, and I looked at it. Both offenses stink. Both defenses are good. I like Western Michigan to win the game, but I actually think, believe it or not, this game might stay under the 43.5.
Right. Oh wait, Texas Tech beat BYU by 22 points 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Tell everything you need to know. Lay the 12.5.
Well, it's hard to beat a team twice by that many, but we're gonna roll with it anyways. We don't care.
Yeah.
All right. Georgia, Bama. Before we get to the biggest, actually, there's two big games. We'll get to the biggest game last. Georgia is giving 2.5 to Bama. What are your thoughts?
I don't like the line. I think that based on the line, I go Georgia. So
go to the money. I mean, it's 135 in the money line if you don't want to lay 2.5, which I completely understand.
I think I'd lay the 2.5 with Georgia. I wouldn't take the 2.5 with Alabama. I think I'd probably lay the 2.5 with Georgia. I think Alabama is a good team. I thought Georgia was overrated. I think they've proven me wrong. They're actually a solid squad. I'd lay the 2.5, take Georgia.
So I'm actually with you here. In my breakdown, it's simple. I think they have two mediocre offenses, two very good defenses, but I just don't trust Bama for some reason. They seem to pull off games late that they shouldn't win.
Yep.
And I just don't think they're going to do it this weekend. I don't.
I agree. And if you want to lay the 135 on Georgia, it's not a crazy number. Like you could do that for the money line.
When it opened, it was 125. So I bet the money line. I got Georgia minus 125. That was my bet.
I think Georgia wins this game. I don't think there's a chance in fucking hell Georgia wins the national championship.
Me either.
Yeah, but I think they have zero chance of doing that.
But I think I'm with you. I think they win this game.
But I think they win this game. Yeah.
All right. This one has been interesting to watch all week. This line opened 6. It's down to 4. Ohio State minus 4 to your boys. Does he pull it off? Is Indiana our Big Ten champ?
Give me the 4. I don't know if they're the champ. I'll take the 4 all day long. Fuck the Buckeyes.
I know. I'm so upset because...
Let's go, Fernando. You know what they did last game? Bad first half, but they ran the ball well. They're good at both. They're a good team. Indiana's actually good. Like, they really are. Now, Ohio State is actually good too, to be clear. But if you're going to give me the two undefeated teams and 4 points on one of them, then yeah, I'm going to take Indiana. Give me Indiana. Let's go Hoosiers in football.
Yeah, I know. I'm with you. I'm gonna bet Indiana too. I'm gonna.
You're on it?
I am. I already bet it, and I got 5.5. But
I wish I got 5.5.
my hang up on Indiana is I just can't get it out of my mind. Last year, we all were like, all right, maybe they're good. And they went to the college playoff and got their dicks kicked.
They did. But I think look, they're more experienced. They're better. Look, neither of these two teams have played extreme competition this year, right? To be clear, it's not like we have a great sample size against top level stuff. But yeah, Ohio State, I think, is legit. But I'm going to take Indiana. They're scrappy.
Yeah, I'm doing.
I think Fernando pulls it out of his ass. I think they win the game, but I'll take the 4 instead.
All right, game of the year. We save for last. Duke and Virginia. I mean, who cares?
A real barn burner here. I'm going to lay the 4 with Virginia, and I'm going to go big on that.
The only reason I'm betting Virginia is because I think if Virginia wins, Miami gets in the college playoff, and I think if Duke wins, they just write the ACC off.
They should be burnt. So if Duke wins, do they automatically get the bid because they won it?
Absolutely not. No one gets. There's no auto bid.
Okay, good. Virginia's going to win this game, and they're going to win it by 14 points. I'll lay the 4.
I certainly hope so.
Yeah.
All right. NFL this week. Let's see. Anything Sunday that jumps off the page for you that we just have to bet?
I actually, I like the Bengals 5.5.
I do too.
I like the Bengals 5.5. I like the Steelers 5.5 because I think coming off that beating, I think you've got too much veteran leadership there for that to happen again. I don't think TJ Watt's going to let that happen. I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to. I don't think Mike Tomlin's going to let that happen. I think there's just too many people there. They bounce back.
I'm against you there. I think the Ravens kick their dicks in.
Yeah, I don't. I think the Steelers hold their own. I like the Colts in this game. We've talked about the Jaguars being the worst. Give me the Colts minus 1.5.
I'm with you on the Colts. I'm with you on the Bengals. I think the Bucks win the game. I don't know if I want to lay 8.5, but I think the Bucks win the game.
I think they win the game. I think if you want to put them in a money line parlay, do it.
I think the Jets got their win last week. I'm going to lay 2.5 happily with the Dolphins.
Yeah, I agree. I agree there.
I don't have an opinion in the Browns game. If I was forced to make a bet here, I'd probably take the 4.5.
Yeah. I mean, just what team are we going to get?
Right. I just think maybe you just get a field goal game either way.
Yeah, I probably lay the 4.5. I mean, I think Myles Garrett's going to destroy Cam Ward. I think the Browns probably get that done. Is Jaden Daniels going to start this week?
It's like up in the air. The line tells you maybe not.
Yeah, because I would take the Vikings the Commanders in that game. But I don't know. I know this is the dumbest thing I've ever said ever, and I'm going to look this up in live time.
Go ahead. Yeah, they're listing Daniels right now.
Yeah, I thought so. I like the Commanders in that game. They're still playing. They're still playing with heart. They're still trying. I would take live right now, though nobody will hear it. I would take the Cowboys plus 3.5 in live time.
Well, Lions are driving down the field, but it's 3-3.
Let me look this up right. Hold on, 2 seconds.
It's 4.5 now. But go ahead.
So I know this will be a crazy, crazy statement. But give me the Raiders plus 7.5 in Vegas.
Me too.
The Broncos only beat the Raiders by 3 points. They beat the Chiefs by 3 points. They won versus the Commanders by 1 point in overtime. And in the game before that, they beat the Texans by 3 points. They don't beat teams easily.
You ready for the crazier one I have written down right here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Raiders win the game. Take the plus 320.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah. Like the Broncos also have like their defense is good. Surtain is unbelievable as a corner. He's the only cornerback I've watched in years where I'm like, this guy, like you just watch him. You're like, I don't know how he made up that ground there and
Yep.
had that pass down. He's unbelievable. But yeah, I think I would absolutely take the points with the Raiders on that one. If you want to bet that money line, then Godspeed. I don't know how you don't bet the Bears plus 6.5 because they're 9-1 in the last 10 games, and you're going to give me 6.5 points on this.
It's one of my favorite plays of the week, and I'm
that's a lot of. That's I do. I wish it was 7.5.
You got to let the listeners hear me. It's one of my favorite plays of the week. I'm laying the 6.5. I think this is they are going to blow the Bears out. This is going to be the turning point in the division where you see that it's all coming together for the Packers. I think the defense has finally figured it out. Not that they were playing terrible, but I think they know how to wreck games now. I think they know how to stop teams. And Jordan Love does enough and makes enough he makes ridiculous throws when he has to. I never understand it. Like the 4th down touchdowns were ridiculous against the Lions. I think Love will do enough and they'll win this game by over a touchdown.
Look, that's fair. I think your analysis is very good there. I just and maybe you're right. Maybe this is one of those lines where you're like, why is the 9-3 team who's 9-1 in the last 10? Yeah, you could sway me there. Again, if it was, let's see where the line goes. It's minus 105 at 6.5 right now.
I got no opinion on the next one. The Rams Cards 8.5. I want no part of it.
Yeah, I would just stick away.
The next one is a playoff game. Texans Chiefs. And look, I get it, and you're gonna hate me. I know it. I hear you. I said this at the beginning of the year. The Chiefs are not making the playoffs this year. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a competitive game. I think the Texans win late on the road.
Last time we saw Mahomes in the playoffs, Super Bowl, what happened when he had a lot of pressure?
Didn't go well.
This line, 3.5, is a gift.
It is.
Take the 3.5, hammer it.
I think this line's going to go off at 2.5, so get it now.
Yeah, I think you're right, because it's 115 right now. It's about to drop to 3.
So. And then here's the other one. I don't know if it was announced yet. I see it's 2.5 now. I don't know if Herbert's playing, if he's not playing, if it's Trey Lance. I don't care if it's Jimmy Verga. Give me the Chargers in this game. The Eagles, something's going on. The Eagles are in trouble.
We've talked about it many a time. My only problem with this is it's a road game, but it's not. There's no home game in LA. And I think the Eagles have to figure this shit out. It's bad for my fantasy team. And AJ Brown has a good game, they lose. He doesn't do anything, they win. Like they've got to figure out their formula. But I gotta, is this the Eagles from 2 years ago that started off well and then went on a downslide and got beat by Tampa in the playoffs? Or are these the Eagles that went on to win the Super Bowl last year?
They're ranked 24th in the league in offense, 21st in defense. They're going on the road and playing the 9th best offense and the 2nd best defense.
But Herbert's compromised.
Again, I don't care if you're a quarterback.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't hate it.
All right, we'll end the show with a little fantasy talk. The script has flipped again on Mr. Verga in our league, unfortunately. Things couldn't have worked out better for your boy Greg. So we flip back in the 1 and 2. I sit in a pretty good position to get a bye, but there's a good chance it flips back. Jimmy's the 1 on the 2. But it looks like we're going to represent the show well and probably come in 1-2 unless you stub your toe this week. But in perfect form in this whole season, the team Jimmy's playing in the game that matters somehow has nobody to start. Jimmy's projected to win by 90 points.
Listen, I can't help the schedule. It's not my, I didn't write it.
You're right.
I fight the opponents that are in front of me.
Also, it's a good chance Jimmy wins. I'll be in a dogfight. If I pull it out, I'll be the 1. He'll be the 2. If I lose, it won't matter. I'll be the 2. He'll be the 1.
Good times, though. It's amazing how fast the season went by.
I have a question for you. Would you consider? No, does anyone who plays in our league actually listen or no?
I don't know. Hey, Anthony.
Oh yeah. Well, that's not gonna matter. He's your teammate there. All right. Would you both consider going for a fantasy sabotage move? And I'll explain what I mean. When you see the Final Four matchup that you'll have, would you consider dropping JJ, hoping your opponent picks him up, knowing that that's a terrible start and you'll gain points? It takes balls to do because he's a star.
Yeah, it does, but
Would you go for the fantasy sabotage?
Yeah, because unless he's got, I don't know, Brad Johnson's coming back to play for the Vikings. Like, nobody's there to throw him the ball anymore. Yeah, that would be a ballsy play.
Because the only one who would pick him up would be someone playing in the Final Four. That's the only people surfing the waiver wire.
Yeah, no, you're right.
The only players right now, if you're listening, you're in a fantasy league, that I think you could pull this off with is JJ or Lamar. If you drop Lamar, someone's going to try to get him. And if you haven't been paying attention, Lamar is, I think I'm right in the statement, I think Lamar is last in quarterbacks and fantasy points the last 6 weeks.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he put up 4 points against the Bengals or something ridiculous like that.
Yeah, it's wild. Yeah, I don't know.
Would you guys go for sabotage?
That would be a hell of a sabotage. It's a good call.
Yeah.
I dare you to pick him up. Max Prosper starting.
I would never. My season could be over if Jimmy took my trade offer, which I didn't put officially in there, but I offered it to him after, I think it was week 3, where I got nervous with fucking Browning, and I said, I'll give you a chase for JJ straight up. My season could be over right now.
Yeah, would have been great.
Yep. All right. Any final thoughts as we head into this very important college football NFL weekend?
No, it's wild how fast this year is going by. We've got, we started this thing, I don't know, 10 months ago, and we talked about football season. We're going to have so much to talk about football season. We have, and here we are. I think that I'm excited about, and this is wild, the AFC South chase.
Me too.
I think Jacksonville's garbage and they're leading.
And the NFC South chase for you.
Yeah, and then for sure. I think that whole setup, the Colts are this great team, and the Texans we thought were going to be, but now they're coming in I'm excited to watch how that plays out. And I'm excited. I'm not excited about my Browns. I mean, I've said it from the beginning. They're a bad organization. They run poorly. We have this great defense, and we're like, hey, you guys are awesome. We're going to waste your entire career with an inept offense. So that's what I'm interested in from my perspective is Kevin Stefanski going to survive this? A coach of the year? And if he does, what in the hell is going to happen? Because don't forget, we've got a predator in Deshaun Watson coming in who's still on the roster for another year. They can't cut him till after next year.
He might be starting next week or this week, or he's eligible. He's eligible to play again, I guess.
Unbelievable.
Good for you.
Yeah. Hey.
I'll say this. It's been almost a year. Yeah, we're going through. I can't believe we're on episode 64. I remember when we used to struggle to try to get to 40 minutes, and now we have to force ourselves to get off in an hour and 20. And if Ryan's here, we're staring 2 hours in the face every time. So
yeah, I mean, you need time to record social security numbers and address and contacts and all that stuff. So I mean, it takes time.
I'll leave you with this as we head into this weekend, into the holiday season, into the greatest betting time of the year as the NFL, college football, college basketball is here, the NBA's heating up, NHL, Olympics. Then we're going to go to Masters, World Cup, all that good stuff. In the words of James Hetfield, life is ours. We live it our way.